Hello, 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 my beautiful people, and welcome to a Seat at the Table podcast. I've missed y'all. Like I told y'all before, I've been missing y'all. I told y'all we're coming bigger. We're doing better. We're gonna try to keep y'all updated with these stories, and we're just gonna put our best foot forth and really just give y'all, you know, the stories as they come along. But before we jump into these stories, let's go ahead and have our little peak conversation. Y'all know I have to talk to y'all because whether y'all believe it or not, podcasting is a form of meditation for me. It's a form of, it calms me to talk to y'all about different stuff that I have going on. And I guess I'm just going to use this platform to just talk to y'all sometimes too before we hop into these stories. But today, what I want to talk about is just dating. Dating is a very, tedious process. You meet so many different people and you have so many different, personalities that you're dealing with from people. And I think it's pretty hard when you're dating because you have to put your trust in these people until they betray it. And I don't know. I'm just not fond of the process. As the more I date, the more I get to the point where I'm just like, do I really want to date? Do I really want to try? And I don't like that feeling. And I think guys just take a while to grow up, and we grow up so fast. And I have so many different things going on, so I really don't have time to try to grow somebody up per se. I just want them to come with it. I want them to come prepared. And I don't think I ask for much because I have so many different things going on that I can't ask you for some things that I'm not willing to give. That's the type of person I am when I'm dating. And so it's just been hard, y'all. Ladies, like and comment, okay, if you have had a hard time dating in Mississippi. I think if we get away, we'll probably do better with dating. Just go somewhere different and meet different people. Maybe go on a trip or something. I've heard people say that they go to conferences and meet guys. So I'm thinking about doing some different things when I have time. I'm just going to plan and do things that I don't normally do because I do want to meet a really good guy. Okay, now that we got that part out the way, let's jump into these stories. So it's been a lot going on. Let me just come out and say Megan Thee Stallion understood the assignment with this new single that she has called Thot, S-H-I-T. She understood the assignment, y'all. And I'm not joking. Like the video, the song, the lyrics, everything was on point. Like if you didn't like this Megan Thee Stallion, if you didn't like this video and this song, you cannot hear. Like, you don't have an ear for music. You shouldn't even comment on things that you don't know about, right? Like, I'm so proud of my girl. She really showed up and showed out, to be honest. I really love the lyric in a song where she's talking about she's about to graduate from college this year. I think Megan is really just like, I just appreciate her hard work and ethic. If you've went to college, going to college and doing what she's doing as far as doing these shows and making appearances and, you know what I'm saying, dropping videos, dropping music, all of these things, and going to college, that can be a lot. Let me tell y'all, it's not easy. So I just respect everything that she has going on. And once again, she has wowed me with her presence. You know what I'm saying? So after, let's move on to this Fallon situation. Fallon and Simon Guobadia. I think that's how you pronounce their last name. So I went ahead and I told you guys that I was going to watch the interview with Fallon, and she did an interview on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, please go and watch it and tell me what your opinion is. So when I was talking to y'all the other day, I said I would have to see the interview, but I don't think she's mad at Portia. I think that her beef is with her husband, soon to be ex-husband. And I was right. Okay. So when she got on here, when she started this interview, she was talking about, who she is and her identity. And she really, a lot of times she said that she gave a lot of herself to her marriage. So they basically did separate before it hit the news that Portia and Simon were dating. Portia from Real Housewives. So that part we did clarify. She also said that, but with that, she said that they were going through counseling, and and I think this happened way before the Portia and Simon thing hit the news. I think they were already going through their stuff heavily because Simon had filed for a divorce, and I think this was close to January. So she said that once he filed for divorce, basically what she was saying was, he filed for divorce, and it was when she got the papers, she was distraught, right? And she called him and they talked about it, and he said that he would, not go through with it, and he had already filed it ahead of time, and she was just now getting the paperwork. And so she was like, okay, and she didn't think anything of it because she didn't hear anything from her lawyers. The next part goes into the Portia situation. So when that came about, she said she didn't know that was going to happen. She said she didn't think that he would do that to her. And she didn't sound malice. She didn't sound mad. It was a really good interview. She basically, she didn't really put a lot of blame on Portia. She really didn't fault her pretty much at all. She basically was talking about Simon. She didn't say that he cheated, but she did say while they were sitting down for an interview, I'm sorry, not an interview, while they were sitting down being in couples therapy, that he basically said he wouldn't get caught cheating unless he wanted to get caught cheating. And she said that's something that stuck with her, and that goes back to the trust thing, because if you want to trust somebody and they say that to you, it's going to make it hard for you to trust that person. And trust is really important. I have been in situations where I'm dating someone and they do something and it makes me look at them like, you did this, so what else are you doing? So I can understand her. I can understand how she felt about that. She goes on to say, though, this is what really got me. She basically said she loves him to the point where she wants him to be happy. And if this divorce is going to make him happy, she's fine with it. She didn't sound, like I said, she wasn't upset during the interview. She didn't say anything very negative about Simon. And I was really surprised at how well she handled herself. And she said she didn't want to date any more rich guys. And that's another topic for another day. But I'm telling y'all, these rich guys are something serious. I mean, guys are something serious, period. But give the guy a bunch of money to be able to do whatever they want to do with it. I mean, it just takes it to another level. But yeah, so she's basically on the market now. The divorce, I don't think it's finalized just yet, but I'm pretty sure that everything is going to be finalized soon, because he he's going through this thing with Portia. So him and Portia from Real Housewives, they are getting married soon. So I'm pretty sure things will be finalized soon. I'm happy that she took the high road on this one. I'm very happy that she did the interview and gave everybody clarification on what was going on, because everybody has been in their business, social media. Everybody has been in their business. So it's been something. So that's what's going on with that situation. I am so glad that I seen that interview. And in other news, let's talk about this other stuff that's going on. Migos is coming out with a new album, and I think it's going to drop on tomorrow. It's going to drop on Friday. So make sure you guys cop that, and I know it's going to be good. I just respect everything that they work on. Their work ethic, I respect it. I hate that they slowed down, though, because they were putting out hit after hit after hit. But by them slowing down, it did open up the door for other rappers to jump in there and, get their shine on, because we can praise people for so long and we don't get to see other artists. And so I think we're getting a lot of great new artists, and I can appreciate that. And that's what's up. Lil Durk's baby mama, let's talk about her for a second. She came out and interviewed with this lady. This lady's on YouTube. The name of her show is Wine with Tasha K. So she she did an interview with her, basically saying that Lil Durk has not been in contact with her or her son, and they have a 7-year-old son together, and she hadn't heard anything from him. And so let's just talk about this. Since we're talking about relationships and stuff like that, I want to give you guys a chance to come in, but I will say where I stand with the situation. I think that is something that should be handled privately. Anytime you're dealing with family situations, and maybe she felt like she didn't have a voice privately. Sometimes you try to handle things privately and you don't get situations handled. But I still believe, you have to have a certain I don't know, just you have to maneuver a certain way and have a certain grace about yourself, that you don't let things bother you in the public eye, especially with a public figure like himself. And I think that they could have handled this privately. She decided not to. She decided to go public with how she felt, which I respect, how she feels, and everybody expresses themselves differently. And me and my brother were having this conversation yesterday, and he was just telling me, I told y'all about the dating thing, and I'm talking to somebody, I'm discussing something with somebody, I'm trying to maneuver with this person, and they weren't doing the things that I wanted them to do, and I handled it a certain way. And my brother was just telling me, don't handle it that way. You can't always express yourself that way. And I said, you know what? That's what I need to work on. I have to be better at expressing myself and communicating how I feel. And I think everybody needs to think about that when they're getting ready to make a decision, such as this one, going public with something, getting on the internet, getting on Facebook, writing something. You know what I'm saying? Kind of think about it first and think about it. Is this the best way to handle the situation? I don't think she fully thought that through, but I mean, it happened, and hey, you got to do what you got to do, sis. You got to do what you got to do, sis. I respect everything you got going on, but it's a bit much. So it's in the news about Erica. I mean, relationship stuff is all over the news, y'all. So this Erica and Safari situation is in the news. Basically, they came out today with an update saying that Safari's asking the judge to allow him to be present at the birth of their child that is about to be born soon. And so everybody's on the internet having mixed feelings about it. I kind of went through the comment section just to read up on how people were feeling. I don't know how I feel about it, because like I said, before, if I'm not in a situation, I can't really tell you about the situation unless they come out and do an interview or something, and I can try to assess it. But from what I'm seeing on the internet, some people are saying, well, hey, it shouldn't even be a question whether he should be there while his child is being born. That shouldn't even be up for discussion. And other people are saying, well, who wants negative energy in a room with them while they're birthing a baby? And I can understand both sides. Comment, how you guys feel about it. I don't know how I would feel about it, because, with me and my daughter's dad, we were together for the birth of our daughter, and we didn't separate, and we weren't going through these things. And that's a very crazy thing to go through. I sympathize and empathize with women that go through that type of situation, because it's very difficult to have a child alone. But I hope they work this thing out. Hopefully he can be there for the birth, though, because I mean, that is a lie. That's heavy to know that you weren't there just because somebody didn't want you to be there. Not something that's happened to you that's terrible where you can't be there, but the fact that you're there and somebody doesn't want you there. And we're just going to keep on talking about these relationships, y'all. Gary Owens actually did an interview with Wendy Williams, and I went ahead and watched that for you guys because I wanted to assess it for y'all. How do I feel about it? I think that, okay, so let's just talk about the interview. Gary comes out and says to Wendy that the kids that they share together are now grown. And he was just talking about, he would never say anything bad about, his soon to be ex-wife. They're still technically married. And he was just saying, the kids are grown. And what else did he say? He said the kids were grown, and it kind of rubbed him the wrong way when she called him a deadbeat, and Gary and this woman were married for 23. Well, they were married for over 17 years. They were together for 23 years. That's a long time. And he said that they're now separating and she's handling it the way that she, she's handling it because of how she feels. And I'm so happy that he said that, because it's like it gives you another point of view of it. Okay, everybody handles situations different. That lady's probably really hurting, and I'm not saying the way that she's handling it is right. This is when I said to you guys before, you gotta be careful about how you handle situations. And if you're not careful, you may handle the situation wrong just because of how you feel. But sometimes when people are hurting, they lash out. And I think that is definitely what happened. I think this lady lashed out. But y'all comment how y'all feel about that as well. I know this is a lot. It's a lot going on in the celebrity news right now. I love y'all. And make sure y'all comment and subscribe on our YouTube as well. I'm going to get back to uploading my YouTube videos, but I'm posting for y'all and I'm just being present for y'all, because the more content, the better. Make sure y'all follow us at 601 Girls. We will start selling our merchandise. And make sure you follow me at Paris Denise, at It's Paris Denise on Instagram as well. I love y'all. Make sure y'all comment about all these crazy stories that are going on. I know it's a lot to take in, but we got to assess these things. Tell me how you feel about the relationships topics that I pose, and we'll hit y'all with the next one. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.